Alright, hey guys, heading up for hole number 5 here. The Pro Division, Origins Links. And we're just going to go quarterback sniper on this one. Also got a katana ball for you guys. This is basically, the easiest method for players to go. And that's what I'm going to be focused on providing you guys with, which is just a nice, safe approach. Kind of anybody can have these balls and clubs. It doesn't even have to be, a upper level type sniper. It can just be, something that has some reasonable curl. And same with your QB. I have a 9 in this video, but it doesn't have to be. So what you're going to see me do here is I'm going to just kind of bend it around the tree and kind of shoot for this land zone, kind of right in here. So if I want to make this my land zone, you can see that it's going to land into the rough, so I'm going to curl it just a little bit extra. And you can also see that I'm not going to need much power here at all. So, maybe about half. And there you can see a great ball come into effect. I'm hoping that I shot over that. It looks like I just did. So you can see that it rolls down this hill, and that's plenty good enough. You do want to watch that great ball. You can curl it more than I just did. You just probably can't curl it left. And of course, power-wise, you would have had to been spot up. So I do recommend, especially with that great ball, you could apply a little bit more curl to be a little bit on the safe side, because I almost did actually tip that rough with my, it's just something you want to be a little cautious of. And with more curl, even with that great ball, it wouldn't have even been a possibility. But in any regard, and this is the other approach that I was mentioning, you can do it. It's just not really a pro shot. If you guys watch my expert guide, I did do this, and it's just very, very challenging to pull off. Here you can see my opponent tries to use a lot of power with a Kingmaker, doesn't quite make it. So it's just a little bit too challenging to go for that. Now, my opponent should be fine, should easily get to the green. But I wanted to show you this shot because it's a lot more basic in approach. And I'm going to use basically no top spin, just side spin. And the way that you're going to see me do it is I'm just going to basically intentionally aim into the tree, and I'm just going to try to visualize, basically 7 rings down, since I am into max club, as my landing zone. So I'm expecting it to land very centered here, and just use my side spin to get it around the trees. So here you can see with my setup, be sure when you're curling that you don't add additional power, and that you're just somewhat aggressive with your approach. And you can see how I bring it in. Unfortunately I got a great ball, but the overall effect of this is I just played a very easy shot into the center of the green. Didn't try to do anything too risky, and just gives me an easy, anybody can hit that shot. The only thing that you have to be mindful of is your power. How much are you setting? And, there's room for error. When you curl it like that, I can great ball it right, I can great ball it left. I recommend, being somewhat accurate on the bullseye, but it gives you, some room for error there with all that curl. The trees look like they're in the way, but they're really not. So you can see that's the way that I was going about setting that up. There's no real precision to what I was going about doing. And it just gives you a nice, straightforward, just easy approach, no risk kind of situation that I highly recommend. That's the way that, I've been playing it. And here you can see that I grabbed perfect ball. I did set up a little bit right of center, so if I was a little bit late, it would have still caught that left edge. So, good luck with this one. You can see my opponent still does get up here for an acceptable eagle. And, as I mentioned, these are all replays. And just rolls that one in. Made it a little closer than he needed to, but, you can see that, either approach technically works, and especially if you have, more advanced clubs. But if you have more advanced clubs, you really shouldn't be in pro. So that's why I'm basically going about showing you my way, because it's just something that anybody can do very safely. It's just a katana ball. Gives you enough wind to kind of aim down, land it into the fairway, and curl it around that tree, and you just easily get it into the green every time. There's no risk in that involved in the shot that I just went about shooting at all. Oh, I meant to forfeit out, but at this point I guess I'll just go ahead and shoot it. I'll just draw this up real fast. I didn't even catch what the wind was, wasn't even paying attention. But in any regard, you know, I would typically I'll come off the spin a little bit, kind of like this, kind of in this zone. And on a wind like this, just kind of counter the wind, kind of like this, kind of straighten it through here, and about max adjustment, maybe a little bit more. So at least 5.2 rings minimum. Now, usually, I might even go, you know, 5.6 rings, and of course, I get it in shootout and not on a last hole, of course. So, little bonus action for you guys. Unfortunate scenario for me, being able to get that there and miss. You know, I haven't made anything, but of course I make the shootouts, so disappointing to say the least, but I'll do the best that I can to, you know, at least get you guys in a situation where you guys are fractions away from being able to make it. Maybe mine don't go in, but at the very least, you know, they could all go in. So that is one of the benefits to my guides, is you can follow them and have a lot of success, or you know, you can be edges all day. You just never know how it's going to fall. But good luck with that hole, guys, and catch you guys for hole 6.